Hey, what's up guys, Midge HD here, and I'm back with another unboxing. Before I get started, go check out Ms3 Aircraft Unboxing Productions. His channel does great plane spotting videos at Auckland Airport. He's going to start some 1 to 200 scale die-cast model unboxings, and he needs 100 subscribers, so go and subscribe to him please. So okay, let's get on to this model. So this is a Singapore Airlines A350-900XWB extra wide body. I got the flaps down version. Check the description in case you missed anything, and my Facebook and Twitter links will be down in the description as well. I pre-ordered this from easytoys.com. Their link will also be down there, and this is my 9th A350 model, and it's my 5th Singapore Airlines model. Some information about Singapore Airlines. The operation space is out of Airport House in Singapore. Main hub is Changi Airport. They were founded on the 1st of May 1947 as Malayan Airways, and their fleet as of the 9th of December 2015 consists of 107 aircraft, not including cargo. They have 67 firm orders for the A350-900 and 16 more options. 7 of their firm orders are for the A350-900 ULR, or ultra long range, which Singapore Airlines pushed for to restart direct flights to the US. One of those was the longest range flight in the world, which Singapore used the A350-500 to Newark, which was a 19-hour flight. And so once they restart that, it may possibly be the longest flight in the world again, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long Emirates' flights from Dubai to Panama is, which they're going to start in 2016. But I mean, it will still be one of the 2 longest routes in the world, which will be awesome. They will be the launch customer for the ultra long range version, and the main features of the ultra long range version include increased fuel tanks capacity and an increased maximum takeoff weight. Those are the 2 primary features. They have 64 destinations in 35 countries on the 6 inhabited continents. Once Singapore Airlines received their first A350 in January 2016, inaugural A350 commercial services will make short hops from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur and Jakarta for the purposes of crew familiarization and, with the aircraft through to April. So about 3 or so months or 4 months of training. Soon after, they will commence their first long-haul service on a 13-hour journey from Singapore to Amsterdam. Dusseldorf will follow with 3 A350 flights a week from July 21, 2016. And the Airbus engine designation code for this aircraft is 41. Right, so let's take a look around the box here. So we've got A350XWB, Singapore Airlines, picture the aircraft, a 1 to 200 model. Quite like this box. I've got some warnings, JC Wings logo, and there's their Facebook link. That's where they post all their new releases. So I've got like a, yeah, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, they're just some effects. Top of the box. And the bottom, and this proves that I got the flaps down version. See the sticker right here. Okay, let's open her up. And there she is. Alright guys, so the model is now out of the box. We're going to start here. The cockpit windows on the port side. Okay, so we have the quite, easily recognizable, quite prominent cockpit windows with the black, outlining. Pitot tube static ports, Star Alliance logo because they're a member of Star Alliance, which is a group of 27 airlines. MA, part of the registration on the gear door. A350-900, Singapore Airlines titles, and the Singapore flag because they're the flag carrier of Singapore. Then we have the inboard landing lights, and you can see the leading edge flap is pointing down because this is the flaps down configuration. Okay, and this engine right here, this is a Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-84 engine. I'll show you inside. So we've got the engine straight there and the fan blades do spin. Same with this one. Okay. See the nice blue tints at the back of the engine exhaust. The leading edge slats are down. Get into more details about those afterwards. There's the blended winglet and the red navigation light. Back onto the fuselage, we have the registration number 9VSMA or 9 Victor Sierra Mike Alpha, and I think that's a bulk bin door beneath the registration number, and then the tail. That the logo on the tail, it's a bird and it's inspired by a silver kris. It comes from the keris, a dagger from Southeast Asia, prominently featured in the region's myth and folklore. And now the APU. Very, very nice APU. It's slightly rough, but looks very good. They've also got, if you can see them, I might zoom in here. Okay, I think it's fully zoomed in, by the way. But anyway, I hope you can see it anyway. The two dots just underneath the APU exhaust, those are strobe lights. Alright, so back onto the fuselage at the cockpit windows. We have the cockpit windows, pitot tube, static ports, Star Alliance logo, part of the registration on the gear door. That front gear doesn't sit properly, it sort of sits more on one side, but in the painting's a bit too high up as well on this side. So it's a bit annoying. Surely, you know, the problem they've had for months now, they can actually fix it. But I will. Hopefully if there's another release, I'll probably get another the next release. Front cargo container door, A350-900, Singapore Airlines titles, and the Singapore flag. Inboard landing lights. There's the leading edge flap down or extended. The Rolls-Royce Trent XWB engine, extended slats, blended winglet and the green navigation light, and onto the fuselage. We have the rear cargo container door, registration number and the logo on the tail. Oops, there we go. Okay, now we'll take a look underneath the aircraft. So we have the nose gear, and then some antennas markings, and then an antenna right there. We have these two triangle shaped things. They are knacker ducts. Hole for the stand, beacon light, main gears, gear doors. There's underneath the engine. I don't know what this is underneath the engine. If anyone knows, could you please tell me? It looks like an antenna, but I wouldn't think an antenna would be underneath the engine, unless it was, for purposes of actually locating the engine. But yeah, so I'll show you the wing here. Flaps, slats, ailerons. So I don't know why, but they have, if you look here, they have actually extended. It's like they're extending the aileron. I don't know why. You wouldn't extend the aileron. Ailerons go in different directions. Of course, they go opposite from each other. But that's it's a bit poor, to be honest. But you see the slats, how they got the gap in between there. So wind coming under here, or the ram air gets forced underneath here, and it helps the air coming over the wing. This all when it's at low speed, it helps the air coming over the wing to also stick to the wing. So the air coming through here actually helps the air stick to the wing and make it, better at lower speeds. And underneath this wing as well, registration number there. One thing on the gears, which I've just noticed, you can see the gear door, how it's straight. Hopefully you can see it right there. It's straight and in line. This one, look at it, it's crooked. You can actually see it in there. It's crooked, big time. So I'm gonna, talk to them, and because that doesn't actually look good. If I was to look at it side on, you can actually see it's pretty crooked. So yeah, I'll be sorting that out with JC Wings. Antenna right there, and down to the APU housing. Okay, now on to top of the aircraft. We have the anti-collision light, the SATCOM, antenna, onto the wing, flaps, slats, ailerons and spoilers. Same on this side, and also this here. If you don't know what this is, that's the fuel dump valve, antenna, Wi-Fi box, antenna, and the horizontal stabilizers. The logo lights on each side. I like to tell at night time. Sorry about the dirtiness and the paint chip on this horizontal stabilizer. This one was actually separated inside the box, so I had to glue it on, and when I was gluing it, I actually got my finger in the glue and actually touched the horizontal stabilizer, and so I got a good bit of glue there, and I tried to scrape it off very carefully though, and I just accidentally nicked the paint. However, this week I am going to get some paint because I need it to fix up some other models. So get some white paint and start fixing up my models, and it should be all good. I've taken a lot of the glue off anyway, so the paint's not going to be risen from the surface much. Yeah, it's not going to stick out. Okay, so now I'll go through the seating of the aircraft. Okay, so we have it's the same type of seats that are on the 777s, or the retrofitted 777s. So we have Business class, 42 open suites, rows 11 to 12 and 14 to 22. So that is from here to about here. They haven't, blackened out any of these windows, as far as I know. Oh no, they have blackened out this window here, so that's obviously saying that that's the break between premium economy. You guys can't see it, I'm sorry about that. But it's the break between premium economy and business, so that's where business class ends. And then there is premium economy, 24 recliner seats, rows 31 to 33. And that's from here to here. There's another blackened window. Yeah, as I said, it's difficult to see, so I'm sorry about that. So that's where that goes from. I'll just show you again. Here to here. And then we have economy, 187 seats, rows 41 to 62. That's from here all the way to the back of the aircraft. And that brings a total to 253 seats. So it's 11 less seats than the 777-300ER, which is quite amazing. But the 777-300ER has got a ton more premium seats and less economy seats, I'm fairly sure. Okay, now I'll show you some features of the aircraft and some added features that this model will be the first to ever have. Alright, so we've got the typical rolling landing gear. They actually roll quite well, I have to say. Although they do kind of want to come out, they roll really nicely. Except this nose gear, which does kind of want to come out more than the others. Does swivel, so you can turn it any direction you want to. They do tilt both ways. That's taking off there, but it typically tilts that way anyway. And now I'll move on to the special features. And no, it's not the flaps down. It's something which you may have noticed that's a bit odd with the empennage of the aircraft, and that is the tail and the horizontal stabilizers. I'll show you the rudder first. Now this is the first, and you can already see what I'm kind of getting at. They didn't even announce it, but they've just added it. Turnable rudder, just be careful. I mean, if they do break off, they're not actually broken. You can actually slide them back on, because they've just got a little rubber piece that holds them there. But you see the rudder turns. Just got to be very careful though. It turns that way. It turns that way a lot better. So you can see you can actually turn the rudder, which is pretty amazing. And next, I'll do it for this one. So see, as I said, they do come off fairly easily, and you just slide them back on. Oops. So they slide back on very easily, as I was saying, but just be very careful with this one. So, there it's come off again. I wouldn't play with them too much though. But I just want to show you guys. Okay, this one doesn't want to stay on much longer. Okay, there we go. It's actually clicked in. Okay, then that one's coming off. So I'm sorry about the time I'm taking up here, but it's a pretty cool feature. There we go. I'm just going to leave that. So that's there. If they're taking off, so they would pull back the control column, or in this case, pull back the joystick, because it's an Airbus aircraft. I prefer control columns. Oops. Okay. Yeah, this is very difficult, guys. So I'm sorry about the time I'm wasting here. Anyway, I'm not going to use the other one, but they do go both ways. So you can see that one's slightly down. Just show you guys, and this one here is up. So that's the new features, and they're held on a rubber. I'm not going to move these anymore because I do not want to loosen them much more. But it is a pretty cool feature. So put in that position, you have it there, so if you got it on the stand, you sort of have them tilted upwards. If you know, you got your aircraft climbing, well, not necessarily climbing, but you know, he's sort of rotating, I guess. So that's really cool. It looks like they're a bit off, but they're not. They're just sort of got to get the tilt right. There you go. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Didn't notice that until I got it out the box today. Okay, so now we'll move on to the stand. So it's a typical JC wing stand with the, you know, wooden base, the plaque, Singapore Airlines A350-900, scale 1 to 200. The bottom of it got the blue plastic film. Take it off, reveal the nice shiny metal back. On top, padding so it doesn't scratch the model underneath. Let me just stick the model on there. And now I'll just get the camera off the tripod here. Okay. And then the gears, of course, with the A350s, you can take them out, they're magnetic. And if you want it in the in-flight position, all you gotta do is put the gear doors on that you get. And yeah, so anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this review with all the new features and the added, you know, bonuses that we never knew about. It's a really cool model. I highly recommend it. I might have to buy another one just because of all the things that are wrong with my one. But I will be talking to JC Wings about, you know, the problems I had. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy it, please leave a like, comment, tell me what you think about this model, tell me if you're going to get it, subscribe for more. I have, along with this one, I've got 4 new models, and share this video so other people can know about it and see if they want to get it. And also thank you for all the questions for the 1900 subscriber video. You know, I got asked for some questions for the 2000 subscriber Q&A, and I've got a massive flood of questions. I'm talking over 100 questions. I'm sorting them out, and yeah, so thank you guys very much. Thank you for all the support. But anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.